BILL stands for Biology Interactive Learning Log. The purpose of this is to organize, record, and synthesize information that you receive in class through study guides, through videos, labs. You're going to be recording data from your labs in your BILL, and you're also going to be creating your own study guide by using BILL. BILL is an invaluable tool that you will use all year, and is very important to bring your BILL to class every day, as well as to bring it home at night. The type of notebook you use should be a composition notebook. They make a lot of different types. You can get one with plastic covers on it. Most students get the one that is the college ruled, which means it has simple lines. I recommend this the best. Some students do get the one with graph paper, but I do enjoy the lined the best. And again, there's lots of different kinds you can use. I do not recommend using a spiral notebook, meaning because these ends get caught on things and it comes unraveled. Also, we don't want you tearing out the pages. We're just going to use every page in this composition notebook. There is one term that I use throughout the year, and that is a double page spread. And a double page spread means you're going to use both sides of the pages. So you need to be have the book open. You're going to have the spine down the middle, and this might be for when you set up a graphic organizer or something like that. So this is called a double page spread. Another term I'm going to use is something called activator questions. Activator questions are something that you answer at the beginning of each class. They'll be posted online as well as be projected on my whiteboard. You're going to always use a double page spread, which means you have two sides of your notebook are open, and you're going to be writing in the activator question. Sometimes I'm going to have you try to answer it before we learn. Sometimes I'm going to have you answer after learning or during learning. And so whenever you write down an activator question, you want to write the question and make sure you leave like half a page. You're probably going to have at most 2 to 4 questions. Usually it's going to be 2 questions. So in this case, you can see here's what we did a T-chart. What are the differences between DNA and messenger RNA? So we made a T-chart in this instance. Here's another question here. How does transcription like writing a prescription for medication? And so we wrote in a little something here. These are just to get our mind going to warm up for the day. And again, these are called activator questions. Another page setup that we use is something called an overview page. An overview page is comprised of a double page spread, and it has 2 columns on each page for a total of 4 columns. The first column is called terms, the second one is called definitions, and these should be in 3 to 5 words. They should be summarized in your own words. We have diagrams. Diagrams they don't line up line for line. They're just diagrams that we use during this week. And then we have learning tools. These are little hints and suggestions on how to help us to remember these terms. Sometimes we might list scientists that are involved in this unit as well. So we use these on a weekly basis. Every week you make a new overview page. What's awesome about the overview page is that it also works as your study guide. So for example, you fold this page in half and you bring in a scrap piece of paper, and then you can help you to study. You can write out the definitions of each one of these. Likewise, we can fold it back the other way and you can write out the term. So it also works as a study guide. So we make an overview page once a week. It's very important to bring BILL to every class because some days we're going to use it to do an activity in class. This is where we work together as teams and came up with the information here. We might take notes, for example. In this case, we did it on the cell theory. You might do some drawings from either an activity, a lab, or the whiteboard. We might make a graphic organizer. In this case, is a double page spread on the parts of the cell. So it's very important to bring your BILL to every class as well as bring it home at night. Again, it's very important to bring Bill to class. However, there may be times when you forget it either at school, at home, or somewhere else. And in that instance, you're expected to use just a blank piece of paper, line paper, what have you, record your information, and then you can just tape it into your bill afterwards. You will find that Bill becomes one of your most invaluable tools in this class, and many students bring their bills to college to help them to study.